some of the group like to take a syringe, guide it with ultrasound through the skin of the mom, through the wall of the uterus, and then go right up to the baby's heart. And some like to inject the baby's heart with potassium chloride, the same medication that's used to stop a person's heart when they are being killed by lethal injection. Others said, well, we don't like to use potassium chloride. We prefer to inject the baby's heart with digoxin. Others said, well, I don't like to use any medications. I just like to repeatedly stab the baby's umbilical cord. It's like, are we really having this discussion on
Wow.
what's your favorite way to kill a baby in the womb?
How big of a problem is this that we're seeing this secular world constantly want to combat Christian worldview? And honestly, let's keep it honest, the truth.
Yeah.
How big and how big of an issue is this in all the different practices, medically and scientifically?
It's very concerning. I mean, their chief rule when you're even going to be a physician is a rule that's in Latin. It's primum non nocere, and it's Latin for first do no harm. That's your first rule when you're in medical school. We're going to give you scalpels, we're going to give you needles, we're going to give you radiation, chemotherapy, we're going to give you robots and laparoscopes to play with. These are meant to heal, not to harm. So rule number one is primum non nocere, first do no harm. And then everything from that should be based on that, where first do no harm when it comes to patient care. So when we see all these lies, it's absolutely demonic. How we now have a pill which will kill a baby, in the womb up to 12 weeks gestation, 98% of the time, and there are protocols online on how to use the same mifepristone, but with different dosing to kill a baby and abort a baby up to 24 weeks gestation. I mean, 70% of all the abortions are now performed with the abortion pill. And I was reading one article where the different experts from around the country were describing how they have used the abortion pill up to 24 weeks. And they were talking about, the pros and the cons. Well, there was a discussion between the different physicians because of, operator and patient comfort. They wanted to avoid a doctor delivering a baby that they were aborting that was alive, or the patient experienced a baby that was born alive. So they were using their own different philosophies and recipes on how to induce what's called fetal asystole. Well, fetal, that means the baby on the inside. There's nothing wrong with the word fetus. It just means little one. Doesn't mean they're less valuable. They're just a little one. Fetal asystole. A means none, systole means contraction, systolic. This is how to induce fetal asystole, stopping the baby's heart before you start with the abortion pill, because it just gets, a little bit, messy if a baby's that you're trying to abort is born alive and is struggling to breathe. So
Mhm.
they induce fetal asystole. What is that? They were discussing, well, some of the group like to take a syringe, guide it with ultrasound through the skin of the mom, through the wall of the uterus, and then go right up to the baby's heart. And some like to inject the baby's heart with potassium chloride, the same medication that's used to stop a person's heart when they are being killed by lethal injection. Others said, well, we don't like to use potassium chloride. We prefer to inject the baby's heart with digoxin. Others said, well, I don't like to use any medications. I just like to repeatedly stab the baby's umbilical cord. It's like, are we really having this discussion on what's your favorite way to kill a baby in the womb? And then people will say, well, when it comes to third trimester abortions, that's so rare we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's not as common as with the abortion pill, but there's actually a fellowship where they will train you how to perform this. And some people don't even know what a fellowship is. So for me, it was 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, 4 years of residency. And if you haven't had enough, you can actually do a fellowship. And you can do a fellowship in high risk obstetrics. You can do a fellowship in GYN oncology, cancer. You can do a fellowship in infertility, reproductive endocrinology. You can even do a 2 year fellowship on urogynecology, dealing with leaky bladders and things like that. Well, there's a fifth fellowship, and that fellowship is called complex family planning. It's the fastest growing fellowship in obstetrics and gynecology. Last time I checked, there were 39 programs, and you spend 2 years learning two primary skills. You learn how to perform a late term abortion and how to perform what's called a selective reduction. Well, say a mom is pregnant with quadruplets, and I've delivered quads, but say she's pregnant with quadruplets and you're concerned about preterm labor and having the babies early. Well, with selective reduction, you will take those same medications, either digoxin or potassium chloride, and you'll pick maybe baby A and maybe baby D. And you'll say, well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to guide this needle tip through the skin, through the wall of the uterus, and I'm going to go up to the heart of baby A and inject and kill that baby. Then I'll maybe go to baby D. It's like Sophie's Choice, the movie. I mean, how do you ask a mom? Well,
Wow.
I've got A, B, C, and D. You tell me. Do you want me to, you know, do selective reduction of A or B? You got any thoughts on this? And so it's absolutely demonic. People don't understand this. It's not just a choice. This is an attack on the image of God, and it is organized. When it comes to the abortion pill, and the abortion pill, there are organizations that will ship and they'll brag about how they will ship the abortion pill to anybody in all 50 states. And one is called Aid Access. And we've logged on, and other groups have as well. And they've put in, let's just say my age is 16 and I'm concerned and I might be 10 or 12 weeks pregnant. Well, it's amazing. Even if a girl doesn't have a credit card and doesn't have money, if your daughter has access to the internet or if your daughter has a cell phone, she can order the abortion pill and it'll be shipped to your house and they'll say, we can have it to you in 1 to 5 days. This is abortion that is being delivered, but it's very dangerous for these women as well. It will kill that baby in the womb 98% of the time, but women are being hurt and women are dying as well.
If this conversation blessed you today, please hit the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps YouTube push this message to more people who need to hear it. If you're listening on audio, a 5-star review is a huge help. Share this episode with a friend or family member who needs encouragement and let me know your thoughts in the comments. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.